Fantastic day, everybody. So welcome. This is Felix. Oh my God, it's been so terribly busy this weekend, and I'm sorry for a little bit to come on my hand. So we're just gonna have a very few one tonight, and we call it a day, and everybody go get ready for the next the markets. And so, and I will tell people you don't want to just estimate or predict or what the market won't do. Well, you want to see what market is doing and follow suit. And that's one of the fantastic things that everybody must respect. So you're welcome tonight. My name is Medas Falgimo, team leader of Planb Xpress. As usual, we're looking at the markets as a whole and the correlations of all of the markets. Let me just sound a little bit macro, the global economy macro level to an extent to tell you guys that there are a whole lot of things that are going on in the macro level of the economy, like issue of the US about have issues with a kind of activities and partial shutdown, and there's so many things that are about to unfold, especially concerning the is the consumer whatever reports on next week Tuesday or this week Tuesday and other things. So two things are bound to happen. There's going to be more tightening of economy and all of that. So chances are there that US dollar will see crash down, right? Now, but the point is this, you have to really know what you're doing for time, and so that you don't just get one side of the market and then run around and think that that market is going to do just one side without looking at the second scenario. Remember, when it has to do with markets, it's about probability, but you are taking the higher probability. I'll give you guys one formula tonight. And so, of course, if you are new to us tonight, if you are just coming to Planb Xpress weekly update, you're welcome. And so just to recap and just know that we're just running an update and analysis, and of course, probably kind of well, I call it a kind of speculations, right? So now, but quickly, I'll tell some of us. Let's talk about it. Okay, so there's something you shouldn't do. Run away from Ponzi scheme. Okay. Whatever you can try to do, try as much as possible to run away from Ponzi scheme. It will never help you. I can tell you for free. It will never, and I mean it, it will never help you. I've seen a lot. They have nothing to offer for you. That's the truth. So you have to be very careful when it has to do with just be very careful with Ponzi scheme, and so they're not going to help you in any way. So they will take your money. And of course, it's very rampant in Africa, and I see Asians and Philippines, and so those guys setting up funny scheme, they know that people have probably low understanding, not ready to really learn. So as people don't want to learn, they take undue advantage of people in that way. So be careful. So let's look at the market. So when you are coming to the market, let's look at congratulations, those of us who are on private mentorship. If you're on private mentorship and you are not taking instruction, you'll be frustrated. That's the truth. If you're on private mentorship and you are not paying attention, sorry, because I don't know what some of us want again. You're on private mentorship and you're not taking instruction, sorry, I don't know what we want again. That's the truth. I don't want to, so because instruction is the major thing in this market, irrespective of the aspect of market you are taking, being in the crypto, being in the stock, irrespective of that market, the burst you can first function with is about instruction. And of course, with the right information, working the strategy for yourself, excuse me. So please, I'm begging us. And I remember I said something about, that was June, July, and I said, don't miss out of this time, meaning don't miss out of June, July, that this is more or less the last opportunity for us. If you really know what you are looking for, that's the truth. That was just merely almost the last opportunity for anyone who is looking for an opportunity to go and getting ready for the bull run. But people hardly take that. Maybe sometimes they just like, okay, we were just talking. And for that, so if you're just talking, it's just a talk and nothing more than that. It's just a talk. But unfortunately, it's not just a talk. It's a reality, because you do not need all the whole higgy haga to make it in the crypto space. You do not need all of those things. You do not need all of those higgy haga to make it in the crypto space. What you need much is just as much as basic information. You get the right information, then forget about it. You're going to make a whole lot of money. And I told us time is going to come that even a non-entity can make money in the crypto. So because the market is just facing one direction, and that's the truth. Okay, so let me quickly look at, so DXY, we have been using our DXY to filter out other markets. And of course, I just hope I thought I have 1 or 2 coins I wanted to send to us tonight. Pray if I have it, fine. If I could not lay my hands on it, no problem. So you can still go back to some of those ones we've talked about before. So we look at, so DXY as it were. Yeah, so looking at DXY. Now, when I talk about DXY, we're talking about DXY correlation to other asset class, okay? So, but we saw that the direct correlation of DXY, in the currency market. Now, please understand one thing. Please, everybody, especially those of you who are new to crypto, there come a time that Bitcoin don't face the correlation again. So understand this, okay? We come a time, because if you are too over technical, without understand certain fundamental and the sentimental approach of the character of a Bitcoin, you had me most time, and even gold as beast, all right? So sometime, because generally speaking, sometime if you look at what happened in the oil price last all the time, you see that when we have our all-time high, or the high move of 92, 93, that $91, and I said, if you can break that, we'll go to 100 and something, but if we cannot break, then that should be that we are retracing, and that had been happening, that we're retracing. And so now for Bitcoin, some people were shorting Bitcoin, and I told you guys I was not ready to short Bitcoin, because we have gotten to a point where it's not going to be following just the technical, but manipulative and all of those interests around. And of course, you're going to be having other coins doing their own thing. All right. So, and then, but we could see now, so we're looking at now the DXY, right? Either we have a kind of fake out from this region. So this, my region has not changed. And I told us unless and if we cross 107, then before we can go to claim 109. So without that, we're still in this still region. We are moving, and we left this region. How many of us observe that, and we step down. And so this week, what we could have is to have DXY, shoot up here, somewhere here, right? And then get rejected with like a kind of fake out, and definitely falling back to this point. Remember that we said DXY, right? That's DXY. If we crash down to this point, that's about 104.246 and all of that. So eventually, now getting back to 103 point something. So now, what do I do? Very, very important. For crypto, for Bitcoin, you have no fear unnecessarily, because for me, I don't have any issue with Bitcoin, right? So perhaps maybe you are scalping, you are doing what's it called? You're doing future trading and all of that. So you want to look at Bitcoin, more, that Bitcoin have so much energy. And I've told us that my ultimate goal for Bitcoin was actually 37, 38, 40, and possibly claim 42. And then we can retrace back to perhaps $30,000 or 20, not 29,000. Let's just say $30,000. So, but the challenge is this: most persons have been shorting Bitcoin, and I think I may not have time to give that now, and I gave that all before now, that Bitcoin, for me to short Bitcoin, I have to go below 34, 33,000 plus for me to say, okay, these gaps will be filled. Okay. So back to about 29,000 or 30,000, thereabouts, stuff like that. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, somewhere like that for Bitcoin. Then so over here. Sorry, not trade zone. Okay, because this was like a kind of an indication. Thank you. So an indication and then expecting the correction, right, before the continuation. So, but now the next thing you are now looking at if Bitcoin, because there are so many narrative already around now for Bitcoin, right? Now, please, you only use the Bitcoin for direction. So if you want to say, I want to invest in Bitcoin, I don't know how much money you want to have to invest in Bitcoin, right? I don't know how much money you want to have to invest in Bitcoin. I don't know. So the best you can tell yourself is that, okay, let me just know the direction I went to like take advantage of that coin and all of that. So for that, so looking at Bitcoin, a cider, that when we're able to have up to about $42,000, that would be a very good deal. Then you're looking at suspension for Bitcoin at about $36,000 and then a range and it slipped down like a week down, touching about 33 and then bounced up. So once we're able to reclaim to $42,000 of Bitcoin, and then we can have a drop down a little, and then we'll be going sideways. And now Bitcoin going sideways is the best for me. And if you understand why, because you can face other low gem token that will be pumping in their own secret places. So I do not need Bitcoin over jumping here and there. It's not necessary. So sometimes people ask me, oh, Bitcoin, will it get to this price and all of that? So as long as Bitcoin is concerned, there's so many fundamental around Bitcoin right now. And so don't expect those kind of, if not, that was not normal. How can a coin without the correction to solidify it and then move up here? But we have a lot of gap left on field for Bitcoin. And so I'm not going to be surprised eventually fundamental push it up and then we have something. So that's for Bitcoin. And of course, you can correlate it to other cryptocurrency. And then congratulations, those of you who are in our forum. And then if you have been following my narration about Solana had been one of the major coins I've been paying attention to for a very long time. And of course, I recommended for people who are even doing consistent trading, future trading, to only face Solana and maybe Bitcoin Cash and all of that. So you could see what Bitcoin. So my first target was like, was going to go to about 40 something and $51. And I say the moment it leave that 41 or 40 something dollars and $51, then we're going to have about $61. And so we'll see last week or 2 days ago, it had about 66,000 or $64,000 and all of that. Now, this is a very risky market that you should expect that the Solana should retrace back down here probably to this region about 46,000 or even collapse to cover all of this region about $39. But that's not an issue. The challenge is this: when you have coin that is fundamentally on the tone, now you're going to have overlapping of the technical. And so you'll be waiting, oh, I'm going to short. And in such coin, it's always good that you have an advantage to have bought in and hold it, and then you ride as much as possible. I'm sure for anyone who was very serious and taking attention or instructions since when was $15, $13, and of course $20 stayed there for a very long time. And of course, you have double your money maybe just last 2 months or so. You will have double your money or going to about 200%, if I'm not mistaken, for only Solana. Now, Bitcoin Cash, you would a little bit careful. Now, Bitcoin Cash now told us that Bitcoin Cash is a coin that does not really have too much manipulations, as it were. So any little money jump into Bitcoin Cash can pump it because it's not a coin of interest to that extent. So it's a kind of a coin within a jurisdictions, and so for that it can follow technical very well, right? So but at a point may be very slow because of attention can be shifted to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all of that, and that's what you. So if you're trading Bitcoin Cash, yeah, you want to be careful because you may not have interest of volumes that will move it, and that's why you see that all of those things that be happening around the Bitcoin Cash and all of that. So I'm just trying to touch one or two coins. So I told us last week, or some persons I said, Ethereum's looking more stronger than Bitcoin. So if Ethereum crossed $2,200 this week we're entering, then you can see Ethereum at about $2,600 before the. I'm not going to more technical, so you may not see what I'm checking. So you say, what is it checking inside this naked chart and all of that? So, but I have a roadmap for some of those coins. And then it's not the issue. The issue is that just pay attention to what you can take. And I told us again, those of you who were not paying attention on gold, and I think we shorted gold, and let me see if I can find where gold was shorted, and where's gold? Aha, so many of us remember this now, okay? So you can see that eventually gold respected that region of shorting. I told us that I was shorting gold. Gold, of course, the expected level of gold was 2,045, which is right now. And then when we lost the trend, and I told us, okay, gold, we should have gold back to at least 1940. And then the trade was gone as if the market was not going to respect itself. But now for this week, you may be a little bit careful. This is 4-hour time frame, and you see the candle indication. So you could have a kind of little pullback on gold, possibly crossing 1945. I'm not saying you should buy anyway. So 1945 to 1955. But of course, we're looking at 1960, 1960 something as a very major restriction, resistance for gold, right? And so for that, I'm not going to be surprised if it creates a very massive rally back up on gold this week we're entering into. But ultimately, gold keep crashing as much as possible, possibly back to 1918 or even below that. You have my region here, 1905, 1899, and all of those things. So, those of us who are in gold market, and I saw somebody was buying gold last week, and I told him, well, sorry, it's your choice anyway, because I'm sure it was moved to buy gold much here, and he was sleeping, thinking that, okay, gold will continue rally up, down. I'm sure by the time it's going to come this week, you will have seen that all the profit you made is already being punctured. And that's why you don't always say being static of what gold or what price is doing. Some of us bought into oil last week. Of course, at $76 plus, and it prompted down again, and I told us use a very tight whatever. So we could have gold, oil, maybe 7 something, but maybe $78 and all of that, and then probably still come down again. So I'm sorry, I just need to be very fast about the whole thing. So what we're doing, especially those of us who are new, I always tell us, number one is that go and have all those exchange we did mention, especially maybe 1, 2, or 3 major exchange, and then exchange that you can buy some low gems. And that's one of the biggest secret to build a portfolio. If you do not know how to go into buy some low gems and building up your portfolio, you will always be hearing that bull run. And when bull run will come, you probably will have missed out of the whole thing. Okay, Matic was another fantastic one I recommended for a lot of people, for many, many times, that Matic can do massive thing for you. Well, sometimes we come in and we want it, go hit it now. It doesn't work that way. You just need to pay attention, be gradual in your approach, and over time, you're able to build momentum and then make money as much as you want to do. You can face 1 or 2 assets, swing it, scalp it, hold it, and you'll be fine. I can tell you for free. And so, but sometimes we just want to get everything. It doesn't work that way, right? So Matic was another very fantastic coin we talked about that time that people can leverage on, buy, swing it and all of that. Some of you on private mentorship, we talked about some of those coins and stuff like that. Okay. I'm sure, okay, those of us, there was a coin last week, 3 days ago, right? NISA. I'm not asking you guys to buy NISA, because if you're buying now, well, because I told those of us in private mentorship that if you get to 1 cent, which already in 1 cent, then this is a major restriction. And what I'm looking at, if you are watching this video, what you can do is that, can I still buy now? That's very, very, very risky, right? So the best you can do for yourself is that if this guy can flip this resistance and turn it to support, how do I know? We break these, consolidate above it, and of course, create more candle, and then you're creating another new move, and then you can find an entry. Outside that, I'm looking at it to plumb back. So when you're not buying here, that's the wrong thing. I'm sure most people in the private mentorship boards think about 63. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Let's look at it. So give or take, it's not a big percentage. That's about 2% or so, 50-something%. And I think I gave an instruction, once it has done that 50-something%, well, let me just look at it quickly. Our time will soon be over, so just pay attention. Yeah, coming. I think that should be, we bought it. That was, okay, today is 12th, that was 3 days ago. Coming, let me check. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, that was 3 days ago. Yeah, that's true. That was about 3 days ago. This was it. This was it. That was it 3 days ago. That's 0.0063 and whatever. So say narrative trading is a risky coin, but it may attract some pumping action. So by the community and all of that. So eventually we move up, and then it was moving nicely. And I told us that this was the major resistance, that where it was pumped to that time. And of course, that once we hit 1 cent, you can sell, you want to sell. And then of course, we'll now watch over what will then, so a retracement or stuff like that. Now, I'm just showing us these, that when you come into the market, it's not about buying those big coins with big names. It's not names you're buying. You have to pay attention. You're not buying names. You're buying what will give you money. And so don't just get this, oh, Bitcoin is the best coin. Yeah, fine, can be the best coin, but can it give me the best money? No. Yeah. So can I buy enough Bitcoin? How much money do I have to buy Bitcoin? So it's better for me to look for coin that's going to give me big money. That's what I need. And so not the name of the coin. So we have to get that clear. And there's something I was saying, right? You're buying into the market. Understand that market is about probability and not a certainty. Now, you're only working with higher probability. Look at it. That you have a buy opportunity in a coin or in an asset, maybe in the stock market, in the currency market, in different markets, as it were, that you have a buy opportunity, please take note. That doesn't rule out that you won't have selling opportunity in that market. This is what you are doing. You are paying much attention to if the buy opportunity is about 60 or 70% over 30% of selling opportunity. Yeah, fine. You can have temporal pullback or a float, all of that. You are facing the buy because you are looking at the buy opportunity is higher than the selling opportunity. Are we together, please? So it's very important because irrespective of the market you are in, I look at the big picture. So I look at the big picture. Okay, what are the chances of the buy opportunity? Maybe this parameter, big parameter, and all of that. Then for that, I will go for buy. Now, why I'm in buy, chances are just like now, you are looking at this. Chances of selling opportunity is higher than buy opportunity. You ask me what are the factors? Of course, that's why you need more learning, okay? So if that is the case, I will rather wait or actually look for selling opportunity or no opportunity. I told us trade, most people always say trade is about profit and loss. No, I say no. There is profit, there is loss, and there is none. So now these are hidden side of the market that people don't pay attention to. So please, I'm begging us, because I've been saying this time without number, that June, July was the best time for you to have sat down. Number one, learn very well. Number two, take advantage of some tokens, and then don't allow that July to pass you by and August. Some of you say, oh, we're just coming in now, so are we late? No, I'm not saying that. You're not late. But the best time will have been yesterday. But no problem. What sacrifice are you going to do now to meet up and be able to cover the yesterday that you were unable to meet up with? So you don't kill yourself. Now, the best is that go for right knowledge, get the best information, right? Take action as much as possible. Don't be afraid of losing. Okay, yeah. So all this time people come. And you can look at those of you, I got a lot of message, those of you who want to join the low gems. Remember, I said a low gem ordinarily costs $750 per year. And I look at, okay, some people have missed out of some steps in their portfolio building. The best that can help you is a low gem. I can tell you for free. Now, number one, like those of us in Plan B, we set up, stuff like, cash flow system. Now, we've seen that third-party platform to help us build cash flow. It's not true. It's not working. That's the truth. We can tell you for free. All those platforms, trade for us, this, that, invest this thing. They are scam. They will just take up your money. That's the truth. So the best we can encourage anyone is to settle down, learn those simple skills on how to buy and sell by yourself. One. Two, you follow information, just like some may not be able to now be very fervent in trading with future and all of that. Yes. Some may not be too fervent in trading the currency market. Yes. Some may not be too fervent in trading volatility. Yeah. But now the low gem, you get information down, but the way you are looking at the currency market or volatility risky, the same way the low gem can be risky, but just that the risk there can be lesser. It will require patience. So maybe you buy a coin. Like, let me use an example. There was a coin I bought. Out of 3, 4, 5 coins I did last week, right? So out of 3, 4, 5 coins I did last week, this is another token. Okay, if you are lucky, you can buy this token if you like. So you can scan this token. If you like, you can go to buy it on Binance. Let me just take it out. But I'm sure those people on private mentorship have bought already. If you are in private mentorship and you have not bought this coin, yeah, I will not take it on your head, but it's either maybe you have a lot of coin you have bought already. So it's not a yardstick that every coin called. If it's not for you, another person. So if you are on this call, you may want to take attention of that. Just buy small of this coin, right? Oh, okay. It's on Binance, okay? It's on Binance. So I'm not giving this, not a financial advice, guys. So I'm not giving you a financial advice. Oh, it actually didn't pump before it came down. We don't know. So you may want to buy this coin. So I love buy coins that have plenty zeros and then have potentials to give me what I want. And that's what we do. And that's the essence of low gem and low carb. And you can build your portfolio as much as possible, right? So now I bought this coin last week, and then a lot of them pumped so much. And I'm sure some of you bought Bong, so many coins like that, and they did a lot of fantastic move, right? Then this was the only coin that gave me negative last week. But I'm not just this type that's capped, right? I do not have time for that or energy for that. I am too busy. So this token came down. Wow, so that's part of the risk in the business, all right? It actually pumped above my price anyway. So, but that was not the profit I was looking for, right? So, am I telling people to buy? No, I'm not telling you to buy. I'm just telling you, I'm just showing you. Well, but if you can take the risk, you may look at, okay, so the coin has pumped and then it dump again. Chances are chances there. No, what can I tell you about the project and what could happen about the project? So it have a lot of lovely zeros, all right? And then if the community are still going to doing what they say what they want to do. So what about this coin cancel? This is 1, right? And you go to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then it could do this 1, and then go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, and then come here and just finish. I'm okay. So that will have been a crazy stuff. Cancel this. So, but a little patience is required. And then the strategy I use, and of course, if you are not a private mentorship, I can't tell you that strategy. It's not possible, right? The strategy I use of building my portfolio. And of course, that's why I'll tell people, if you're a private mentorship, the only thing you'll be crying for is money. You can agree with me too, right? Everybody in private mentorship, what will be your problem is money. If you have $1 billion today, you know where to put that money to. That's the truth. And that's why no Ponzi scheme should be able to push you around, because what they're saying is not true. You have a place you can put in money and you can do 50% in a day. Very possible. No, it's not a guarantee, okay? You can do 50%, okay, or 2 days. Let's say 2 days. Like Nissan now have done how many percent in 2 days? So now some will have done, relatively good percentage and all that. So maybe this, I'm not telling you to buy NISA, but because we have done some good move on NISA already, and you see what I told you, that you are allowed NISA to, because my target was about 1 cent ordinarily when we're buying into it, then you want to look at, okay, possibly when it crosses that or a plumb back, you want to buy and stuff like that. So, but I think okay, there's OOKI, maybe a good one for you, right? That you can buy into. If you're a new person, you want to just have to get yourself acquainted to this. So those of you who mailed me that you want to be part of the low gems, remember, please let me clarify something. If you want to be part of the low gem, it's just a kind of a forum I just created for people who want to be part of low gem for 5 months. So if not, if you want to be on low gem, full-time low gem, yearly is $750. So, but they want to get on this one, because this season is actually going to be low gem hunt pump. Usually November, December, January, February, March. That's the best usual time that the low gem hunt used to be. Many of you who have been in Plan B for a very long time, you know that we do that, especially when you enter the month of December, January, February, March, because that time people are not bringing in money to the market, but there are hidden gems that little move in it, you have given a lot of money, you do 1x, 2x, 3x, and then you do it up and down, and then you make some money, build up some fund, and then with those funds, you're able to now transfer it to your main asset, and that's it. So everything about strategy, it's not about story and all of that, or definitions. No, it's about strategy, strategy, strategy. Many persons, when I listen to them, say nothing is in crypto. I just smile, because if you understand what is in crypto, you settle down by yourself and you see how far, and then you can make a whole lot of money. Okay, so now those of you have mailed me, some of you have sent in your USDT and all of that. Please just allow me, probably tomorrow, you're going to be added to the group. And so, because we brought it to say $150, please take note, irrespective of where you are joining, either you are joining now, it's still 5 months, because it will expire by March, if I'm not mistaken. You are now joining December, it's still the same thing you're paying, $150. You're joining January, still the same. You're joining February, it's still the same thing. You're joining that March, even 15 days to end of March, it's still the same thing, right? And once that is over, then it's only people who are on the main group or people on private mentorship that continue to enjoy all of those things and all of that. So thank you very much for that aspect. Now, those of us who are trading volatility, those of you who we did some interaction that we said, you are looking for how to build and generating money for cash flow to build yourself. And that's why I told you, you can trade on Forex, you can trade spot. Look at low gem I'm just talking about now. You can trade, some of those tokens. I'm sure for more than 3 months, we'll be calling some coins on free interaction like this, or when we're in the office in Port Harcourt and all of that. If you have been paying attention and some of those tokens, that can tell you for sure you'll have done some profit. Okay, what about Solana, for instance? I know somebody who has specifically just say, buy your USD, just load your Solana, keep it in your wallet, forget it, go and sleep. And I'm sure by the time he's opening that wallet now, it's going to be smiling like Mercedes-Benz notes. That's the truth. So, but the point is that one of the difficult things is to be a follower, because against your will, your mentor is giving you another instruction that as if it's too ugly to respond to. But eventually, and another challenge we may have is that it doesn't mean that your mentor is Alpha and the Omega. For instance, I, Felix, I'm a continuous student. I'm a lifetime student, and that's one of the truth. So it doesn't mean that your mentor cannot mess up in some predictions, but you're understanding to know that markets are about probability and not certainty. The only thing that's certain and standard sure that will never change is the word of God. Every other thing, it come and go. And so that's what you need to understand. And that's why I always cry, go for knowledge, irrespective of what's happening, go for knowledge. So we now told people, okay, take advantage of Forex, take advantage of future trading, take advantage of volatility. I know a lot of people now, they are doing very well in the future trading. They thought they couldn't do it before. Some of them attended that Plan B market entry and exit. It was $150 then. Now, if you want to go to a Plan B market entry and exit now, it's $500. You're not paying that, forget about it. I don't know, whoever you be, you are not. And the funniest thing that many people still don't understand, the class now is still cover everything. You pay $500, you are still covering both the volatility, Forex, future crypto, sports, and all of that. By January, you are paying $500 for specific class. If it's Forex, $500. If it's volatility, $500 is. But the truth of the matter is that you have access to signals if you want to. But I don't respect signal. That's what it is. I don't respect signals, because the best signal in life is the signal you created by yourself. And I told us, don't try to be professional from the beginning. Simple to do. Learn the basic things on practical on how to be winning now, to be making some money. You lose some trade, fine. Now, if you want to become professional, that's okay. Let them say I'm the best analyst. You waste your time. What you are looking for is money, no story. The end product is money. You are not making money. And so I listen to some persons, some expert will tell you, don't use indicator. Indicator does not work. Hey, listen to me. If your indicator is working and that will make you to understand the market, you are making money, use it. But so some of you can be hybrid. You can combine the two and you're working well. If you cannot combine, it's only when you use indicator that you win trade. continue to use it. What I want is win your trade, and not that I'm using a price action, naked chart, and all of that. Forget those things. You may try it, you will fail. You'll be failing your trade, and you still claiming that, okay, you want to be using price action and all of that. Because you heard many of us who talk of price action and all of that, but that doesn't mean you don't understand it. But what you want is to win, and not story of how to do competition with anybody. All right. So now, please be very, very serious with what you are doing around that. So now, so lastly, and I told us, like some of us who are trading volatility, those of you attended, I think within it's okay. You register, you want to be part of, like, sometimes we'll drop some free signals on volatility, on future, on spot, and on Forex and all of that you need to register on Terif, on Admirals, on CoinW, and some of those exchanges. So you will see all of those information on our forum that you can be on the group. Then those of you on the price market entry and exit, automatically you have a signal group that, but even by the time you learn more, when signal come, become an aid. And when any signal come, you first vet it. No, this signal is like, I'm not sure it's going to go well, because you have an understanding. And that's what I want us to do. Now, so those of you who were with me last week, and then probably you were not even paying attention, right? You were not paying attention. You told us, now, this was my analysis last week on Boom 500. Like I told us, many people trade boom and crash with 1 minute, just like short time. It's wrong. You're going to kill yourself before your time. It's totally wrong. And you could see, funny enough, somebody jumped into boom and crash market this week, all right? On Wednesday was the first time he attended the class. That's the truth. On Wednesday, I was in the office in Port Harcourt, and then people connect on Telegram, and somebody connected from Abuja, and he was following. Funny enough, he was being denied of, even sometimes I have to stand and attend to people in Port Harcourt, and then he was following. And it was after the class on Wednesday, and he has to set up his account in the evening, either Wednesday evening or Thursday, right? And he set up his account and funded with $100, right? Something like that. On Thursday, I think Friday was the first day he would take his trade. And he just followed the instruction I gave, because I remember I gave this instruction: when the price gets to this point, you are looking for buy opportunity and stuff like that. And the guy did some massive stuff, just trading only boom 300 and boom 500. So these were buy zones and all of that. I told him, the moment the market crosses all this my green arrow, right, then up game we go. And that has been a very massive stuff. And even the boom 500 have been crazy. So those of us who are trading now, one of our always advise us is that trade few instruments. It's very, very important. If you trade too many instruments, you may be confused at a point. Trade few instruments. So with few instruments, you can monitor the market very well, all right? And then always concentrate your strategy. This is the strategy I want to use to trade this instrument and all of that. So from there, you can always have better winning, rather than, having too many instruments at a time. And then, I don't know how many of us took some signals last week when I was talking about Euro USD and GBP USD and all of that. Let's carry some here. So, okay, Euro USD. I'm about to cut off, guys. Okay, where are you? Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, see, Euro USD. So it was much stronger than GBP USD, because GBP USD respected the chart very much and then dumped down. So eventually we finish all the trade. We finish all the trade. That's what it means. And then warming up again now to go up, right? So you do few instruments as much as possible, and then you can be fine than jumping around so many instruments. Okay, wow. So see, Matic is ballistic. It's a crazy Matic, crazy Matic is just doing some massive stuff and all of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. I'm sure this should help you. You want to be part of whatever thing we've said, go on the group and then just inbox or chat on the group, make your request. Okay, I want to be part of the low gem, I want to be part of the market trend exit and all of those things, and you'll be attended to. So my name again is Medasif Jimo, the team leader of Planb Xpress. I love you all. Please, let's make money. It's not about being smart, it's about making much money, and you can work on yourself eventually. Trying to do too many things at a time will get you so worn out, and you may end up getting nothing. Remember,